I want to speak to you plainly, not as a speaker at a podium, not as a founder with a pitch, but as a human being who has spent a decade carrying something that he did not choose to carry, and who has arrived finally at the moment of sharing it. My name is Umi, and I need your help. Over the course of many years, I was awakened, gradually then suddenly, to the deeper realities of the world we are actually living in. Not the world we are shown, not the world that is managed for our consumption, but the actual architecture of power, suffering, and possibility that underlies everything. I will tell you plainly, what I found was overwhelming. There were moments when the sheer weight of it, the gravity, the scale, the genuine terror of how precarious our situation truly is, would have broken a less stubborn heart. I understand why people look away. I understand why the comfortable choice is not to know, but not knowing has a cost. And that cost is being paid, right now, by billions of people who have no say in the matter. I did not respond with despair. I responded, eventually, after much struggle, with love. Not a naive love, not a love that pretends the darkness isn't there, but the kind of love that looks at the full truth of a situation and says, this is still worth fighting for. Humanity is still worth believing in. The future is still worth building. And from that love, over 10 years, working largely alone, with limited resources and no institutional backing, I built something. I call it Royal Toronto Family. 3 words, each one intentional. Royal, because every human being deserves to live with dignity, sovereignty, and a sense of their own sacred worth, not some people. Every person. Toronto, because change has to begin somewhere. And this city, this extraordinary gathering of the world's peoples under one sky, is where I live, where I know, and where the conditions for something unprecedented already exist. Family, because at the end of every argument about borders and identity and difference, we are one. One species, one story, one future, shared whether we choose it or not. I am one person. I have no large organization behind me, no major funding, no institution lending its name to this work. What I have is a decade of study, of sacrifice, of unwavering conviction, and a blueprint for a transformation that I believe is both necessary and achievable. This is not a utopian dream. This is a strategic, gradual transition built on the understanding that most of the challenges we face as a civilization can be overcome through informed, collective decision-making and coordinated action. The solutions exist. What has been missing is the will, the framework, and the conversation. Royal Toronto Family is here to begin that conversation. I am putting out a call, not just to filmmakers, not just to community organizers, not just to policy thinkers, though I need all of you. I am putting out a call to anyone who has felt in some private corner of themselves that the world is in genuine trouble and that the usual responses are not enough. This is an SOS, issued with love, issued with urgency, and issued with the full knowledge that we do not have the luxury of waiting for someone else to begin. The world has suffered enough. That suffering is no longer necessary. And awareness, yours, mine, ours, is the first and most essential step towards something better. Welcome to Royal Toronto Family. One world, one race, one family.